everyone. It is so good to be back for my Friday live at 3 o'clock. And let me go into my comment section and see who is here. I know some of you comment and some of you don't. So let me just get right to it. First of all, happy Friday. Yes, I'm sitting here in my bio hair. I remember the first time I heard that term. But if you're watching live on the replay, hi, my name is Angela, and my channel obviously is Someone with Gray Hair or Silver Gray White Hair Wig Reviews. So I only review silver gray or white wigs, and other times I'll talk about the care of our natural gray or silver or white hair, excuse me, hair. So welcome. And to those of you who follow me and have come back again today, I'm so thrilled to have you here. It's been, as they're saying now, it's been a minute. Yes, I did a quick live yesterday, but I haven't done an Angela's Answers or Ask Angela in quite a while. So it's good to be back. It's a beautiful day in New York. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Let me know in the chat if you're able to do that. I see my dear husband Pard there. Hello, honey, if you're still there. He's probably on lunch. I like the side ponytail. Honey, I don't have any ponytail in here. Are you watching this? Are you watching the right video? So, Debbie, hi from Arizona. Debbie, you're so faithful. It's so good to see you here. And Kara from LA. No, LV, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Any place out that's warm right now is wonderful. And it's Lele. Hi, it's Lele. Lele is my granddaughter. Hi, I was watching your, Lele, I was watching your YouTube video last night, left a comment, did a like. For everyone who doesn't know, well, Lele is just turned 10 years old, and she has a channel where she plays Roblox. If you've never heard of Roblox, maybe I'll head over there a little bit later and show you. And she shows me how to play Roblox, and I was actually thinking about that last night. How can we do that now long distance? Because my husband and I were taking every other Monday when the kids were all on Zoom, and they were here, and so Layla, also known as Lele, and I did her YouTube channel together. But now she's just zooming along and doing great, and so she's there. Hi! So anyway, as I said, it's just good to be back. I'm sure that there are other people watching, but they don't care to comment, and that is A-OK. No worries. So why am I sitting here in my bio hair? And as people jump on, by the way, as people jump by, I hope you don't mind, I will say hello to them. Just a little bit of live stream etiquette. Live streaming, especially for those in the baby boomer generation, we would never take a telephone call if we were in a business meeting if someone was sitting in front of us, right? But on live stream, it's okay to just interrupt your train of thought. Hopefully you can get that train of thought back, but it's okay to interrupt and just say, hey, to the person who just jumped in. And sometimes that person might have missed something you were talking about, and so you'll bring them up to speed. For instance, maybe what wig you have on or what wig you don't have on. So, as promised, I have the Ask Angela Wig Wisdom book in front of me, which gives me kind of a track to run on, some comments that you've made, some questions that you've asked, and I'll refer to that today as we're going along. Now, it is 11 minutes after 3, and we will end probably around 4:30-ish, unless there's a lot of engagement, and then, of course, I'll stay on and answer your questions. This is our time together for our little community, and I'm so grateful and so happy to have you along. The younger generation now says, I appreciate you. Well, I have always said, I appreciate you. So I do, really do. I'm thankful for every single one of my followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it. So the hair. Let's talk about this hair for a second. Oh, before I say that, I do have to say, I was thinking about today. By the way, put your comments in, and I'll look at them every once in a while. Hi, Kara, this is my first time. This is my first time watching your channel. I'm glad I caught you live. Well, welcome, Kara, and I've seen your name before, but it's good to have you here. And where are you? Yeah, you're in Las Vegas. I already messed up where you're from. Okay, let me hide that comment. So I was just going to say, this time of year, for the last 25 years, I would have been earnestly listing and selling houses in my career of real estate marketing, which I just, I guess I stopped it. I still take referrals, and then those referrals are handed over to our son, Steven Zonderak, who has a brokerage down in Westchester County. But I would have just been out there. And so now, building this new business online, and I don't sell wigs, I review wigs, but a lot of times you'll see an affiliate link, we call it, down in the description. And if you buy a wig or if you buy a beauty product, full disclosure, I'm going to get a small fee back for that. I might get 15 cents. I might get $5 if it's a high-end item, and it doesn't cost you any more to use that affiliate link. I never understood that whole business, but just so you know how it works, that's how YouTube works. And that's why you see so many people that have affiliate links, because it is a form of income. So I just thought you'd be interested to know that. So anyway, this time I would be working my you-know-what off, just listing and selling real estate. It was good to me, and I really, really did enjoy it for so many years. But that was then, and this is now. So, about this hair. Now, where did I just put? Of course, it's probably behind me. Things are always behind me. Yes, it's behind me. So, I've been talking about these curlers all week long. And I'm going to put a wig on for you in a few minutes as soon as I'm done talking about these curlers. Keep your comments coming, by the way, because I can see them. They're right next to, I'm looking at a screen, and right next to the screen well, there's another column and I can see all your comments. If you've done Zoom, it's just like Zoom. I can see everything that everyone says on there. So anyway, when was it? Today's Friday. I think Monday, I washed my hair as I usually do. And these are for those of us who still have hair, natural hair, and you want to bump it up, get some volume. This is what I did. I had these in a box under my bed for a long time. And I said, you know what? I remember my mother used to, and her generation, and my dear mother, I have to digress and say, and thank you to so many of you who, oh my goodness, I had tears in my eyes. I was telling my husband, this is such a beautiful community of women. There's just something about the baby boomer generation, and I know from my analytics that most of you, there might be a few younger ones in there, and if so, I'm honored, but most of us are 65 and over. And this generation is so kind and so loving and loyal and just beautiful. And your comments to me just, they brought tears to my eyes. And I was telling my husband that 2 weeks ago when I was in the hospital, just sitting with my mother in a chair, straight up, everyone, sitting in if you've ever sat by a hospital bed and you're just sitting and sitting and sitting, and then finally they brought in one of those beds that you can recline, but I use the word bed loosely. I guess we're having a little chat right now. And I have a condition where I can't sit for long periods of time. It just puts me in number 10 pain, which if you've heard my testimony about why I even wear wigs, it's just awful. And so I remember I didn't remember until I saw some of your comments, but I think it was 2 Fridays ago, the Friday before my mom passed, and I just pushed out a post to everybody to say, hi, I haven't forgotten you. I really was thinking about what I would do every Friday, and I'll be back. Well, I didn't read those comments until a couple of days ago, and it was just beautiful. And then after my mom did pass, and so many of you said some beautiful things, as I said, it's just, people have no idea. I certainly had no idea about community online, and it's a real thing. So, okay, now before I ruin my eye makeup, today would have been my mother and father's 71st wedding anniversary, and we believe that they're together in heaven. So isn't God good? And I just thought that I'd share that with you. So, Mommy used to use these curlers, and her generation. And Mommy, by the way, would have been 93 on this next coming May 23rd. So I found them. I said, let me just wash my hair and put it all up and see how I like it. So this hair is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is 5-day hair, and it still has body in it. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it really has body. So I'm going to be doing my hair like this all the time. If you really wanted to straighten it out, now you can see the wave. The wave is pretty much fallen out now, but it doesn't stress your hair. It gives it volume. I put some really nice products in it before I did it, and I've told you about those before. But I am going to make a video just about this. I'm going to show you what I used on my hair to wash my hair. I'm going to show you what I used on my hair to condition my hair. I'm going to show you how I roller my hair. And this is important to know. These two, let's see where you can see them. These two kinds of rollers I used right up in the front because I didn't want those teeny tiny tight curls in my bang area. I wanted that sweep of the bang. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'll do that at some point, probably over the weekend, and it'll drop next week. But I tell you, these are the best kept secret ever. They're cheap. They're cheap, cheap, cheap. I just got these from Amazon. I think it was, I don't know, 11 bucks or maybe less, and a little comb in there. And they have pink and blue and yellow. Like I said on one of my videos, did I ever think I would be selling curlers when I grew up? No. But I got to tell you it works, and I appreciate that about other YouTubers, that they tell us what works for them. That works. And the volume is still there. Now, not as much. Every day it gets a little bit less and less. Make sure you sleep on a silk pillow. Invest whatever precious hair you have, you want to save that hair. So, thank you to those of you who complimented me so often on my hair. Honestly, I'm not looking for compliments, but of course everybody loves a compliment. This channel is to help you based on what I've learned. The channel is really about you, not about me. But I do appreciate your kindness toward me. So, oh yeah, I also wanted to tell you one more thing about Mommy, and then I'll get off that. Mommy, we put Eve on her. Eve by Envy, my most watched video. Eve by Envy, amazing. We put Eve on Mommy because she had lost all her hair, and so they did that, and it was good. It was really good. So, all right. So without further ado, thank you, Kara. Hey, Mary Dawn. Nice to see you. I was just chatting up about being away, and and thanking everyone for their beautiful comments. And you could see that all on the replay, but I really had to take some moments here at the beginning. So what I'm going to do today is I thought that I would do a live how I put on my wig. The wig that I'm going to put on is one of my favorites and my husband's favorite, and her name is Angelica. And she's the one that I like to wear when I'm playing teacher. You know, that thumbnail that you just saw promoting this live video today where I have the glasses on? Well, that's the wig that I'm putting on today. So this is how I start. Just take all your hair. Let me know in the chat if you have bio hair. I would love to know that. Do you have bio hair? Do you still have hair? Do you like videos where I talk about the care of our natural hair? I mean, yeah, I could have started a whole new channel for that, but I got so many questions about natural hair that I thought, seems like it would fit with this channel. After all, it's about hair. So you're just going to take all your hair and scoop it up. Where's my hairspray? It's over there. Of course it's over there. I try to think of everything before I hit that live button. I have to tell you something. I said this yesterday. This is not for the faint of heart, doing all this stuff live. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes. So much. You have no idea. And so much that can go wrong. And if it ever crashes, stay right where you are. I'll be back. It might take me 2 or 3 minutes. It might take me 2 or 3 seconds. But live streaming is famous for crashing. So just get all your hair back. I'm using Tresemme Extra Firm Control. Should have really sprayed it before. And again, I mean, the hair under here it just feels good. It still feels soft. Little late. Hi, Margaret. Nice to see you here. You didn't miss much. I was just thanking everybody and talking about my mom and all your beautiful comments and those hair curlers. Hit the replay and you'll be able to see all of that. Okay, so yes, this will be available on the replay and all the comments as well. I have to type something for a second. Let me just give me a moment here. Of course, my mouse is giving me a hard time, isn't it? There it goes. Okay. If you have bio hair, let me know in the comments. Okay, so the hair is back in a ponytail. Now let me turn around for you because I want you to see how low you want to keep that ponytail. Bring it right down low. Okay, and then you're going to split it in two. Make sure I got all my hair. Yeah. You're going to split it in two. Can everybody hear me all right? I've got my condenser mic on. A condenser mic means it covers a whole wide area without having to have a lapel mic on because my hair often hits the lapel mic and then we have sound issues. I'm just turning on my fan here because I'm starting to get warm. It's April 23rd. This will probably be my last live stream from up in my guest room where I get to look over the neighborhood. I've got to go down to the basement because it just gets way too warm. We have southern exposure on this room. Okay, so Yeah, I have to redo all my setup and everything. Gosh, like I said, it's not for the faint of heart. But you get to know all these kind of technical things that you otherwise wouldn't get to know, and you guys too on watching, you get to know stuff like that. I was even thinking of putting, because we're boomers, and I just happen to be techie because I had to learn it because of real estate, I was even thinking of doing one like 2-minute tech thing, like how to grab a picture, anything, like basic tech stuff at the very, very end of a live stream. And then you can watch it or not. But because I had some people ask me about that. Your sound is good. Thanks, Kara. I like that name, Kara. Okay, so now we're just picking up this. Try to keep it as flat to your head as possible and as low as possible. Right, now let me turn around again and show you that. It's a good look, don't you think? It's a good look. All right. Okay, so now obviously this is still, I should have sprayed it first, but such is life. Such is live video. Did I ever think I'd be doing this on live TV? Well, it is kind of like live TV, isn't it? All right, now let's comb this back. Of course, the wig is going to hold this down, and I'm not going to put on a wig cap. I hate wig caps. Now, let me tell you one more thing before I put the wig on, everyone, because I've talked about this before. Debbie, I do have bio hair, but thinning on top. Silver gray since COVID. It was always blonde, but this is very freeing. Yeah, and there have been some good things that have come out of COVID. I think that we all can see good things that have come out, and I think, especially after you've lived life for a long time, you have to always look on the bright side of life. There's a song about that. I'm learning how to play it on the piano, and it's really true. If you don't look on the bright side of life, oh my gosh, you're just going to go into such a deep depression, and nobody wants to be around a sourpuss, right? To everything there's a season, but generally speaking, you gotta move on with life. You gotta, no matter what life gives you. So before I progress, let me show you this. I have talked about this before. Now, this is by prescription. My husband ordered this for me. If you're interested in knowing about this, send me a text, an email, OneWithGreyHair@gmail.com. I do not sell this. This is available only by prescription, so this is not making any money. However, the reason I'm telling you is because my hair here in the Widow's Peak area, when I look back at my old videos, this is getting fuller right here. I put it right here in the middle. My problem spots are like most women here, you know, all around the crown. But let's watch this right here over the next few months. And that hair is also getting blacker. Not that it's ever going to get black, and I don't want it to. I love my white hair. But that hair, let me see if I can do a zoom for you. I have to tell you something. I did a zoom last night. You'll laugh. I did a zoom last night. If you were on, I don't think any of you were on last night with me. And I zoomed in right to my bodice. So embarrassing. So I had to go in and I had to edit it out. But whoever was on there, I mean, I was fully dressed and everything, but you know, I mean. So I'm going to try to do a zoom again. Let's see. Because I want to show you what it looks like on the top. I'm going to try to get as close as I can. All right. So, see all those little black hairs? See them all? I was totally white. Totally white. And that hair is coming back in. So, if you're interested in this product, let me know. And I'll send you the information on it. As I said, I did it on another video a while back. I want to make sure I'm in the full frame here. That's what I'm doing right now. Every time I pan away. Okay, I think that's good enough. So, all right, so now let's get this wig on. Her name is Angelica. Now, if you're not into long wigs, I get it, but some people are. And remember, if you've got a long wig, you don't have to wear her long. You can pull her back, you can pull her up, you can do a lot of things with her. So I think it's good to have a long wig in your arsenal. Remember the ladies with the buns on top? You could do that. This is machine made. She has a closed cap, she has permatease, she's got wefting. This is not a wig review, but just so you know, just by way of review, she's got all this, they call that wefting. These little look like railroad tracks. She's got a lace covered, what the heck? I'm trying to think of what that word is. Lace covered extender. No, it's not extender. Somebody help me. And she has bra strap like adjusters. And she has, does she have metal stays? Yes, she has metal stays on the ear tabs. Extended nape covered with lace. That's what I was trying to say. And she is rooted. She is rooted. Okay, so all I'm going to do is tip my head over. Before I do that, I'm going to get the famous It Stays. Available in my Amazon store. As much as I can, I try to put things in the Amazon store. It just takes time. Like everything in life. So what you want to do is like a roll-on deodorant, get it started. Always store it downward. And then you'll start to see it, and it'll look kind of wet on your hand. Then I take some alcohol and wipe it off, because you don't want that getting into your wig or your helper hair or your alternative hair, whatever we want to call it. All right, so now we're going to put the It Stays on, and I'm going to move closer so that I can, after I get the wig on, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you've written in your comments to me. All right. So, I'm usually putting too much on, so I'm going to be careful. Again, with the It Stays, they use these for people who have prostheses. That's the right word. It will not hurt your hair. It will not hurt your skin. Patty at Patty's Pearls, you've all heard her talk about this. I'm pretty sure most of you know who Patty is. So I'm just going to take it and put it right there. Stop right there. Don't go too far back, because you don't really need it. But right there at my widow's peak, that's my problem area. And once you've got that wig on, it's not going anywhere. I mean, and another trick that you can do, I want to wait for that to dry for about 30 seconds. And I learned this from Monique over at Monique, what is Monique's channel name? Monique was one of the first people that I watched for wig reviews, and I learned a lot from Monique. Excuse me 1 minute. Monique Parent. If anybody has a link for Monique, would you drop it into the chat for me? That would be great. Okay. So I believe it stays. Yep, it's tacky. You know, just like any other kind of glue. How you take it off? You just take your fingertips, dip them in some water, rub them just underneath the wig line, wiggle them, and the wig will come right off. I haven't even had to wash this wig yet from doing that. So I'm just going to, my hair's up. Okay, so I'm just going to put my hair in the wig like a bowl, like it's a bowl. Make sure all the hair is out of the way. Make sure all the hair is out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Okay, here we go. Now put this part kind of the middle of your forehead until you get it set, all right? So make sure my tabs are out. And then just pull it down so it's sitting right under your pony. Well, not your, well, it's kind of a ponytail, but you know, your hair. And then one thing that I want to do before I turn around, I just want to grab those ear tabs. Now my hands are on either side of my ear tabs. And I'm going to push the hair back. Good look, right? That's a good look. All right. So then, now you have to kind of act quickly. So now you're going to take the ear tabs and just center them. And then pull the wig right up where your natural hairline is. Again, I have a widow's peak, so then you're just going to push your hands and kind of push that wig as if you're pressing it right into your forehead. Press, press, press. Make sure the ear tabs are flat. Hello, Mary Dawn Pafford Nape. Thank you. I'm not losing my words. I'm really cool. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. All right. So now, hi, Jean. Welcome. Welcome. Excuse me, ladies, but these straps. I usually wear strapless, but today I didn't, and now I'm regretting it. Okay, so, and then I just want to see, yeah, it's down. It's down. So, now for me, for this wig, where did I put my, for this wig, I'm going to pull out the sides. Before I do, make sure you get in there, no matter what wig it is. I learned this from Taz. Taz, if you're watching, hi. I know Taz and I watch each other's video. I love that girl. Okay, so take your rat tail comb, stick it. Now this hair has been pulled back, remember, so it's going to be a little hard to get it out. I really should have taken it out beforehand. So just pull it out. See that? So when the wind blows, again, if you've got bio hair, if you don't worry about it. No problem. And then this side, same thing. Yanking on my hair. One thing that you never really want to do. Let me just pull it out gently. Watch me rip it. No, it's coming out. Okay. So there's my hair. There's my bio hair, right? And honestly, like I said, if you've got bio hair, nobody's going to know. Now, I could pull it out also up there, but for today, I decided, see, look, it's not going anywhere, everybody. Now, let me just give this a comb, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back. Trying to decide where I want those bangs. This is Angelica. Hello, Songbird. Joyce Songbird, my sister-in-law. Migna, you can watch this on the replay. Make sure you have a comb like this, everybody. You want to have one in your purse. You want to have one where you put your wigs on. I'd like to get some more of them because, you know, sometimes we misplace things. So now all I'm doing is I already gave her a good brush. But now I've had this wig on for, I don't know, several times. And she's wearing well, is what I'm trying to say. Right? Again, if you're not into long wigs, I like long wigs because my husband likes them. And by the way, this wig is from a company that I do have a code for. So I really should put that on this video if I don't forget. And I will. Okay, so there's that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull her. I'm going to make a left side. Did I say hello to everybody as I'm combing this out? You only have to do this once. Now this part here, obviously, since the one thing that you never want to do, and again, I learned this from somebody along the way, Wig, probably Taz, could have been Monique. Don't stick a clip in it like this. Don't do that, because nothing says wig more than if you do that. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to try to catch as much of that hair. That's okay. That's okay. I think what I might do, I have a knot here. Hold on. I have a knot. I think what I'm going to do is, yeah. Mary doing Pafford. Okay, I'm just going to take this and shove it right in there as if I'm pressing it into my scalp. Hopefully it'll go right into one of those wefts. Yep, see? Okay, so then I'm going to take the rest of this hair. Don't be afraid to get a long wig. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You could just work with it. And that's another thing. It takes time. It takes time to learn how to work with wigs. And a lot of people aren't going to tell you that. But it's true. And the confidence will come. It will come. Now we want this to go low, don't we? So where is my... I have another... Here it is. I love this comb. You know, once you've combed through the whole thing, just because it's bigger and I can grab more hair. So, all right. So now I think I've got most of it. Somebody tell me, do I have most of it? How's it looking back there? Okay. It's not perfect, but I'm not going out. But you get the idea. if I was going out, I would take the time to, you know, look in the bathroom mirror and all that stuff. But this is just to give you the idea. All right, so now it's all caught. And now what I'm going to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to take this piece and wrap it around. That would probably be nice. Take this piece right here and wrap it around. Nah, it's going to fall out. And I don't want to take any more time on this. Now I have to comb it again. Okay, I'll just comb it with my fingers. So then, you know that old expression, leaving well enough alone? I'm going to keep this one down because I like that. And then, where is my... This is actually a hair tie with pearls. Got it years ago. Don't know where I got it. Probably got it at CVS. CVS, Goody, you know, they have a lot of nice. And I'm going to go 3 times just so it stays. And then I'm just going to kind of pull that down, pull that away. And that's it. Although I think it would have been nicer if I put it behind my ear. I'm going to put it behind my ear. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to look at it on the replay and I'm going to say, no, you should have put it behind your ear. Pafford! Perfect! Perfect Pafford. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'll just give it a little twist so it helps it there. Yeah. Like I said, ladies, just gotta work with it. Just don't be afraid of it. What's the worst thing? The worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that could happen is this band would snap, hit me in the face. It's still not back enough, is it? One more time. I think what would help is if I get a big clip. One of these big clips and just hold it there until I gather up that hair. Yeah. All right. So now behind the ear, I'll fix my ear. I know it's sticking out. Behind the ear, give it another comb down. Behind the ear. Behind the ear, one more time. One, two, and you could see it's not moving. This wig is not moving. 2, and one more time. It's got to be tight. It's hard to do it on the left side because I'm right-handed. And 3. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my bio hair and just pull that out. Just so that it's softer on the side. Right? And we're almost there. This is fine. And then I have this side here. And I still have some peeking out there. So in that case, what I'll do is I'm just going to take one of these little clips and I'm going to catch that hair. And again, if I was going out, I would just go into my bathroom mirror, you know, and make sure it looks perfect. But sometimes done is better than perfect, right? Okay, so then last thing I'm going to do is take my little comb here. And get my Tresemme. As I said, I use this all the time. So far, it hasn't been building up at all. And just so that doesn't hang in my face. Ta-da! Okay. So now, without further ado, anybody have any questions before I go into the Angela Answers book? I'll just wait a moment. Clean up the decks here. Put everything away. Again, this is Angelica by Noriko in the color Illumina-R. Margaret. Is Zoey's light gray color closer to 5660 or straight 60? Great question. You ladies are paying attention. You are paying attention. One moment. I happen to have her right here. Now, here is Zoey. My beloved Zoey. Funny. My beloved Zoey, like she's a person. Now, let's look at her next to this wig. And I want to show you the cap because I have to do another whole full review of Zoey. I had some extreme technical difficulties yesterday. We really couldn't figure it out. And I don't know if you saw the video, but I had like a blue dot following me around. It was a smudge on the lens. So apparently I touched the lens. The answer to your question, dear Mary, is, or Margaret asked it. She's closer to 60. Now, I don't know if you can see, and we don't want to put too much light on her because she's going to look really shiny, and she's not overly shiny, but she is as I look at this now, monitors are funny things. They really are. You know nothing. What's the craziest thing you have done in your life? Well, I don't know who you know nothing is. You know nothing. But I'd like to hear a little bit more about what you mean by that. You know nothing? The older you get, you realize you know nothing. So, what was I going to say? As I look at her closely, I really don't see gray. I don't. I see, how can you describe colors? Oh, my nails need to be done. How can you describe color? Let me think about this. The color, on my other videos, I usually would have a white fox, so you could see a white fox, scarf. She is like, there's no yellow in her. I can promise you that. She is cool. Thanks, Mary Dawn. It's just really hard to describe color, but no yellow. She's white, but she's not brilliant white. She's not bright white. She doesn't look costumey-ish. She has a little bit of a shine on her, but that's easily taken care of. She's brand new. I just took her out of the box yesterday. Let me hold her up next to Belinda. All right? Just give me a second, and I'm going to go. I think Belinda is right down here in my box of wigs. Yeah, I think this is Belinda. If I put things away, things were really up in the air because of Mommy. And I had to go home and have my husband get Eve out of the boxes, and things just got all miscombobulated. Now, Belinda is another long wig. So, side by side, and she's by Envy. So both of these wigs, Zoey, which hits about in the collarbone area, and Belinda needs, I have to go in and brush. Like I said, everything just went way up in the air. I had all my wigs out, but everything just got thrown away. Not thrown away, but so these are both straight wigs, so the light should hit them about the same. You know, a curly wig will look different, or a wavy wig, or tight curl, the colors will look different how the light hits it. So same company, same denier. Well, this is a hand-tied cap, so it's going to be different, but look at the difference. Can you see? Do you see a difference? Wait. Belinda, the long wig. Belinda, Zoey. Same company. Now, if I lay them down side by side, it's just so hard to explain. I mean, they do look different. Belinda looks like she is a little more silvery moon, but they are both white with no yellow, but no gray strands per se. Like earlier when I was showing you close up how my hair, those little strands of gray, you don't see any strands of gray. Having said that, if you're brave, one of my subscribers gave me a tip about putting some depth into these wigs. Now, let's see. In a few days, I'm going to be getting a product. It's called True Hair Color and Lift, and that, I think I got her name here. Yeah, Jacqueline Redfern a while back suggested that, and what that is you know these powders, these fill powders that you can get for your hair. Well, you could put those on wigs. So I'm thinking what I might do is take, again, not on Zoey. I'm not touching Zoey. She's just too expensive. I paid $600 for Zoey. But maybe on Belinda, because Belinda presents very white. But maybe on Belinda, what I will do, because I can always wash it out, right? I hope this is interesting to you guys, to you ladies. What I will do is, I have to go full screen. Give me a second. Okay. I will take the rat tail comb, of course over my bathroom sink, and just go underneath, you know, as if you were going to color your hair, like when we used to color our hair. And then take that True Color color lift. Comes with a brush like this, and it has a little, if anybody's ever used it, let me know. And there's a little tube, I guess, that goes right up through the middle of the brush. And so you take the brush, I'm not going to touch the wig, but you go like that, and you smoosh it around right where you want the color. And I'm going to try that with Belinda. That would make a good review. And so sort of like how this wig has this depth here. Now, I wouldn't want this much depth, but, you know, maybe just a tad. And if you like to have fun with your alternative hair or your wig, you could also just take, there isn't any reason why, and Monique Parent did this on one of her videos, just take a strand of the hair, maybe on the side, and get some overtone, or there's another product that she likes. I have to go do some research on that. Magic something. Take a strand and color it. Blue. Blue looks really nice with white, or pink, if you just want to have some fun. See, I think the more fun you have. Don't take yourself so seriously. That's the motto of my life lately. Don't take yourself. I tend to be a very serious person. I like to have fun, but I tend to be very serious. Okay, so let me see if you have any questions. All right. On to your comments. I want to make sure. I mean, I have thousands of comments, but what I did is, thanks be to God, I go in and I read every single one of them, and I'm really behind the 8 ball because of Mom. But I did go in and I read some of them, and here is what someone said. Can you cut bangs into Angelica, into this wig? Can you cut bangs? Absolutely. Absolutely, positively. There, you can cut any wig if you feel. I'm going to put this on because I feel like I'm shouting. But if you feel, now that I'm done messing with the wig, I can't hear myself when I'm talking. This is what I'm using. I'm using this. This is called a condenser mic. If you talk really closely, you can use this and you can sing a song. Just picks up the lows of your voice. But I can't hear myself when it's far away. And it's not that far away. Anyway, now I can hear myself. So, baked. Mary Dawn. What does that mean? Baked. Let me get back to cutting the hair. Okay. Mary, I'm going to show your comments. Before I do, let me just finish that thought about cutting the bangs. Now, personally, I am not comfortable with doing that. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. If you have a girlfriend who's good with hair, take it to a hairdresser. You know, they probably won't charge you that much. And just tell them what you want. Just watch them. Because sometimes, you know, hairdressers are human and they make mistakes. And tell them to take it off like 1/8 of an inch at a time. Really, really, really be careful about doing that. But absolutely, positively, there's no reason why you cannot have that done. But I would just have it done professionally because most wigs are not cheap, right? Yeah. So that's my answer. I'm just looking at myself in the finder now. This wig, Angelica does have permatease. When I first started wearing wigs, this would bother me to no end. Now it doesn't bother me at all. I love it. As long as it's not, you know, really, really poofy. Okay, now let me come back up to Margaret's question. Can you show the topper 5660 with Felicity and Zoey? Yes. Where is that topper? Topper 5660. I think she might be in the other room. Let me come back to that. Yes, Mary, that is truly white. Yeah, she's really white, but it's not white like fur white. It's an off-white, but it's not a beige white. It's a nice white. I like it. I think I like Envy's whites so far the best, and Raquel Welch's, I think she does the 5660 also. So truly white. My sincere condolences on your mother. Thank you, Mary. Yes, our biggest advocates. Lost mine 4 years ago in April. She was a firecracker who sang hymns while she baked. Oh, wow. Aw. What day in April did she pass? Oh, baked. I see. While she baked. I see what that word means. Baked. I asked you what you meant by that. Okay. Now, can I show Topper 5660 with Felicity and Zoey? I have to think where I put that topper. I thought she was in here with me, in here in my guest room. Let me think about that. If I forget, remind me, all right? Remind me. Because I would have to... I just have to think where she is. Like I said, things are up in the air. I just had my hands on her yesterday. I just had my hands on her. Is she back there? No. All right. Let's go on. So I think I answered the bangs into Angelica. Can you cut bangs? Absolutely cut bangs into any wig. Now, if some of you watched when I grew out that awful balayage that I had done in May of, was that 2 years ago? It took me almost 2 years to grow it out because I hardly have any of it in there yet. Someone had suggested, and I don't even know why I didn't think of this, I could have used overtone. And let me show you what I mean. Overtone. If you've never heard of it, because a lot of these things I had never heard of before. And I'm going to share my screen with you, hopefully. I don't think it'll crash or anything, but I might go away for a second. But I'm here. I'm just looking for screens. So I'm going to share my screen, and I think I will share the Chrome tab. Share. Okay. So you could see get rid of that 10% off. This is what overtone is, and it is not permanent hair color. It is, although, disclaimer, remember, white hair, gray hair is extremely porous. So if you're concerned about it, it will last for a couple of shampoos, but if you're concerned about it, just do a test area, see what you think. But I could have used this product. I could have used this product over those brown spots, and it would have covered it, because they weren't dark black, but they were kind of a light brown. So I hope that makes sense. But overtone, and they always have sales going on. Hello from UK, from 123 blah 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 blah. Hello from the UK. Do you use numbers there? You don't use names? Numbers. I don't think I've seen that. But welcome. So that's it for the overtone when I'm talking about that. So I absolutely could have used that. I wouldn't have used, you know, and there are other products I'm sure that we've seen in the past. They came in a skinny, they almost looked like hair color. I can't remember the name of them now. But some of you might know what I'm talking about. It was just like a light rinse that you would put on your hair. So, yeah. If you've got a bad balayage, that's what I could have done, but I just never even knew about it. Now I have to tell you about my fan. Here comes summer. Those of us who wear wigs, I have this fan on right now. Please don't think I'm trying to sell you something. I'm not. Believe me. Yes, it's in my Amazon store. Yes, I make 15 cents if that's not it. It's all about helping people. Look at this thing. I did a video about this. You can go back and look in my videos. I love this thing. It has a remote control. You can make it go higher. Listen, it's all the way up to high now. I could turn it off with the little red button, but it's starting to get warm in this room, and so I have this on in the background. See, these got these little blue lights. I'm telling you this because you could be sitting out on your deck or anywhere. This thing travels with me. It folds up. It folds right up. I'm not going to do it now, but it folds right up like that. It almost looks like you could put it on a table and it looks really pretty, like a decoration. And then the cool thing is, and you can recharge it. It's got a little thing you plug into the wall, but then it's got like a telescope. And you could put it on the floor. See how high it comes. Now see, I'm sitting in a chair. You can see it, it's out of frame. But there it is, and it's aimed right up at me. Let me see if I can bring it into the frame. It's right there. It's right there, right by my chair. And I've got it aimed up at my seat. It's fairly quiet, right? Love this thing. And the other thing that's great about it is as you're getting ready, you put your wig on. You know how you get ready and you start getting warm? Well, you can use this and just put it on the sink and aim it up. See, this thing aims up. It's wonderful. I love this thing. 40 bucks I think it cost me a couple of years ago. Amazon store. I have to remember to put that link down there. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you about the fan because it's getting warm. Now, Maggie Mitsraki, Raquel Welch top billing length. Let me take just a quick break. I'm going to remove myself from the camera. Everybody go get a drink or something. I'll be right back. I'm going to go look for, I think she's in my hutch on a wig stand. I'm going to go see if I can find, what was it? The Topper 5660. That was by Raquel Welch. I'll be right back. I'm just going into the next room. And stay there. Don't leave. Be right back. You're never supposed to do that, but what are you going to do? I have to talk about this next wig. All right, now here is top billing. Top billing in the color 5660 by Raquel Welch. Oh, you wanted to see Felicity too. Okay. I think Felicity is right behind me. You all know that I love this topper. I love her. Okay, so here is top billing. Zoey is right here. Come here, Zoey. I'm just going to lay these here for a second. And then, I believe, what was the other one? Felicity. I was going to wear Felicity today, too, because I was reading about her last night. I have to tell you all, I'm doing the keto diet. Keto. Yes. Me, my husband, and I are doing the keto diet. And this has been almost 4 weeks. And I can't even believe I'm still doing it. And so far, I'm loving it. It'll be nice not to have to wear black all the time, but I always wear black in my videos because, you know, I like the hair to show, not my clothes. All right, so now here is Felicity. I'm not even sure why I just told you about the keto thing, but I did. Full disclosure. I actually, I love to watch Jill Lynn Beauty Therapy, and she has been doing that keto diet, if you follow Jill, and I know probably most of you do, and she's looking fabulous. Fabulous, Jill. If you're watching this, you're looking fabulous. So, let me just brush her out. So now, Felicity is by Jean Renault. So now we're going to see the 3 different whites. You know what, let me turn this light on up here, see if it might give us a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm sitting in a very, very bright room, which is why it's getting warm. I didn't think it would be this warm. I had the window open, but what was happening is it was pushing the door. It was making that door back there kind of move in and out. And then I was afraid of noise on the recording. So, all right, so Felicity Jean Renault, which is a light wavy wig, lace front, wefted, open wefted, beautifully done, extended nape, there's that word I was looking for, extended nape. I really should cut those labels off. Bra tab, no, not bra tab, just Velcro extenders, you know, on either side. Everything's kind of closed here. Average size. Okay, so we've got Felicity. Got to go full screen on you. Of course, it doesn't make a difference to you. Dizzy 54. Could I put a small color clip in weft into a wig? Sure, you can do that. Just be careful. You don't want to ever, you know, stress those wefts too much, but I don't see why you couldn't. I think that's a great idea. Yes, Jill looks fabulous, doesn't she? I'm going to have to send her an email and say, hey, Jill, we're talking about you over there on my channel, how great you look. She does. She looks great. And now she started to wear longer wigs, too. Longer wigs really do, I think, help you look a little bit younger. You know, you just have to be careful. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm trying to look young. I'm getting old, but no, you just, like Oprah said, living your best life. There's nothing wrong with trying to look your best, as long as it just doesn't become an idol. All right, so now here's Felicity. Jean Renault. Here is, this is hard to do. Here is, you know, I've got 3 wig stands. I wonder, and here's the topper. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull down these wig stands. Excuse me, everybody. But I think it's just going to be easier. And take them off. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 3 wigs on the wig stand. See, you never know what's going to happen on a live production. This is why people have producers. All right. So we're going to, I'm going to try to make a little table out of this. I'm pushing. I have 2 computers in front of me. All right, so 1, 2, where's the other wig stand? All right. Hold on, in a moment you're going to see them all side by side. All right. Let me just see how much I have room in the back. Okay. So now we have 1. And then what I'll do is I'll tilt the camera so you can see. Let me do that right now. I don't know why the camera's not picking that up. Well, anyway, we've got 1. I'm putting 1 on. Let me zoom back. I think that's what I need to do. Nope, zoom back. I'll just hold them up together once I get them all on the stand. Okay, and then we've got 2. I'll put the topper in the middle. The topper in the middle. And the 3rd one is Zoey. No, the 3rd one is Felicity. Okay, everyone. So here we go. Right? I don't know why I can't zoom that out more. So we've got, I'm just going to hold them up and hopefully I don't drop them. Ready? If you know how to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. There they are. Now, let's see. Felicity is the one with the little curl, the one closest to my head. Genre knows Felicity. The middle one is the Raquel Welch topper. And that longish one is Zoey. The one over here. That's Zoey. Try to get a good, because I'm going to take a screenshot when I hit this on the replay. Does that help? Let me turn this color around. Right? Give you a good long look. So, this one here, this is Zoey. This one is Zoey. The one in the middle is the topper. And the one with the little wavy curl, that's Felicity. Is that good? Is that good? Hopefully that's good. Now, I want to show you one other thing. All right, here again is Felicity. Just like to straighten the fibers so because they catch the hair better, the light better, I should say. Now, here is a white scarf See? White scarf. Nah. She's pretty pure white. Not brilliant white, but pretty pure white. If you know how to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. A lot of you are on mobile devices, I know that. If you don't know how to take a screenshot on a mobile device, all you do is take your phone. If you're on an iPhone, you just take this little button right there, and then take this little button on the top, and click them both at the same time. Whoops, wait a minute. I didn't do it right. Let's do it again. Oh, no, I just turned off my phone. Darn it. Anyway, you just click them both at the same time, and it'll give you a picture. I'll do that again. I have to turn my phone on. I'm trying to do everything backwards. But that's how you take a screenshot. If you're on a computer and you're on a Windows computer, just hit Alt and print screen, and that will take a screenshot. Now, I already did it, but all you have to do is back on the replay, and you're on Windows, just hold down at the same time the Alt key, lower left, and the print screen. It's on the top row, and just keep them at the same time, and it'll go on your invisible clipboard, and it goes into your photos, and then you can find them. Isn't that cool? You just gotta love technology. All right, let me just get back to my view so I can see what you're all seeing, what you're saying. All right. Let's take a few more questions. It's 4:28. We're winding down, everyone. So, oh, the reference guide that I talked about, I think it was on my last Friday Live before Mommy passed. Remember I said that I would send a PDF. I began that, and I just stopped right in the middle of it. I will take care of that, and so that's available for you. And if you send me an email, OneWithGreyHair@gmail.com, you can find my email address. Just write, I'm pretty sure it's in the About section. Just look at the tabs across this top, and then click About on my page, and you'll see my address. And I'll be happy to send that out to you. There's no charge. Upcoming, I talked about that. And one last question. Gervais Christensen asked about remember that wig, Angela, that inexpensive wig that I did from Amazon? You know, I sent that back to Amazon, and I'm going to buy it again. I'm going to buy it again because I thought, except for the bangs, remember it was really white and it was really dense? Well, I think that would be a good learning experience. And she's so inexpensive that I think if she was just either thinned out a tiny bit or just do something with that, you could use her. At the very least, plop a hat on your head, wear her when you're going skiing or something. How many people still go skiing? Okay, but the question from Gervasi was how to tame Angela's wig bangs. Now, they were very fluffy and full, and so I would have to think about that. Probably what I would do is moisten my hands and then just go like this, and then take my hands and press, and then immediately follow that with, because remember, these are plastic wig fibers. That's really all they are. And then immediately follow that with however you want to style it. Just do that, and then spray it. Spray it with Tresemme. Spray it with that. It will wash out. And it's an inexpensive wig, so what's the worst thing that can happen? You buy another one. But that's what I would do. That's what I would try. I don't think I would send her to the hairdresser because it's such an inexpensive wig that it's almost not worth, putting any money into. But then again, because it's inexpensive, and if you really loved her, then maybe you could put some money into her, right? Okay. my phone is back on. So let me try to show you that one more time. If you wanted to take a screenshot, you've got your on-off button, and you've got your 2 buttons on the side. And so let's say I wanted to take a photo of what I'm looking at right now. That's my bedroom back there. If I want to flip the camera, now I'm looking at myself. You know. Or I'm looking at my desk, so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So I'm just going to put my hand on this button and then put my hand on that top button. And I'm going to push them both at the same time quickly, because if you hold it too long, and then you see that there's a picture, and that picture's going to go away in a second. See? And that went right into my photos. So that's how you do a screenshot, and I'm pretty sure it's the same idea for an Android phone. Pretty cool. All right. So now let me just go back Dizzy K4, Dizzy 54. We're almost done, everyone. It's getting late. Time to move on to the next thing. It seems a toss-up between Zoey and Felicity Ray color, as my hair is pure white. Well, you know what, Margaret, my hair is mostly pure white too. As I said earlier, it does have those little fine strands of black and kind of a slate gray. But that's the best. These are the best whites that I have found. Your hair pieces are all so lovely. Thank you, Dizzy. Dizzy, I think is this your first time here? I don't remember seeing that name before. Welcome. Yes, the topper is much grayer, Debbie. That topper has brown in it. That topper, and you know how I feel about brown, just because I'm in the cooler family. But she doesn't present brown per se. She really presents gray. But I love her. I love her. I think she's very realistic. I do have some really nice pieces, and then I have some others that just sit in the box. You know, mistakes that I made when I was first learning about wigs. So, this is starting to bug me because I didn't use enough hairspray. So let me put some more hairspray. I've done this probably 100 times to this wig, and there's no buildup. None. Yet, but eventually there will, so I'll have to wash her out. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else. Anybody else have any questions? It is 4:34, and I have enjoyed and really enjoyed being on today. I really have. It's a blessing to just have life be a little bit more normalized. Now, last thing I will tell you is, so remember, the next 2 things I'm going to do, and this, of course, will only interest you if you have bio hair, but I'm going to do a whole video about that process where I use those curlers, because today, even when I take this wig off, I promise you that there's still going to be volume in that hair. Oh, and there's one other thing that I wanted to tell you. This is important. If I was going to wear this, now I'm not going out, but let's say I was going out for the evening, and again, I learned this from somebody, a person who does Hollywood, puts wigs on Hollywood actresses. You want to take 2 bobby pins, right? And you want to crisscross them. So underneath the wig, find a spot, and on this one, because wigs tend to ride up on me, so what I would do is just dig underneath the wig. You could put it right into a weft. It's not going to hurt it as long as you don't rip the weft, but just be careful. So you could put a couple of bobby pins, crisscross them in the bottom of the wig so it doesn't ride up, and you could put a couple of them right on the side, right over the ears. You know, go over where that metal tab is on either side. That wig's not going anywhere. And this wig doesn't feel loose. It feels very comfortable. Remember, we had the It Stays on there. See, it ain't moving. And to take it off, all you do is you moisten your fingertips, run them up underneath the edge of the wig. You'll start to feel it release, and that's it. And then just take it off. I haven't had to wash this one yet. I'm sure eventually I will. Okay, my next review coming next Thursday. Hopefully life will totally be back to normal. I'm still unpacking. You could see the wig was with me, and it was in the little travel thing that I had back there behind the bed. So this is another topper by Raquel Welch, and I will have a code for this one. Yay, I'm starting to get affiliate codes. And let me put my... So, Transformations, it's the same color as the one that I just showed you from Raquel Welch, but it is a different wig. Look how nice they package it. I'm not going to take it out, but it's the same color. And the color is 5660, and they just call that silver. So again, you see how important those numbers are. And, oh, I can't wait to review this one. So that's coming next Thursday, and then we'll talk about her on next Friday's live. So I'm going to put her right back where she came from. So I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope you all, if you celebrate Easter, I hope you had a wonderful Easter. Mine was memorable. So, yeah. Mine was memorable, because that was the day before Mommy passed. So this is 2 Easters now that I haven't been in church. Amazing. And I'm usually singing in church on Easter, so that's even more amazing. So everyone, this is really goodbye. This is really goodbye. Have a blessed, blessed, blessed weekend. Life is fragile, as you all know. Handle with care. And thanks so much for watching. If you like, give it a like. Hit that little bell icon so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And that, of course, is for the people on the replay. Welcome to everyone who is new here. I have so enjoyed communicating and engaging with you today.